Hello everyone, it's been a minute since I last sat down in front of the camera and talked like this. So today I thought that I'll take some time to talk about a concept that I find very interesting. I've recently finished reading the book Essentialism, The Disciplined Pursuit of Less by Greg McKeown. And so today I would like to share some insights that I've received from the book. So if you think you'll be interested to hear about this concept and also about the insights that I have collected from the book, then please stick around. Essentialism is all about doing more of what's important or essential to you and not paying much attention to things that are not important or essential. Now, I am someone who cannot handle too many things at a time. I cannot handle too many people at a time. So, I am someone who needs to be very mindful of what agendas I let in my day to day life. I am definitely not a very good multitasker. I need to do one thing at a time and take things at a slow pace. I function the best when I have good space for myself and when my mind is not cluttered. So therefore, this concept of essentialism resonates very well with me. If you are someone who is not like me and who functions the other way around, then I would understand that you may not be able to resonate with this concept. But if you are someone like me, I'm sure that this concept will resonate with you as well. So if you are like me, I highly recommend you to read the book Essentialism, The Disciplined Pursuit of Less by Greg McKeown, because there are many wow factors in the book. Now, before I start talking about the insights that I have received from the book, I would like to mention that this video will have two parts. This one is the first part to this video, and there will be second part to this video which will be uploaded in my channel next week. So please stick around for that video if you find this video interesting. I actually shot the whole video once before, but then the video was getting really long, so I decided to shoot two videos and then convert this video into two parts. So I wanted to talk about 10 points from the book. So today in this video, I'll talk about the first 5 points, and in my next video, I'll talk about the other 5 points. So let's start talking about the points that I want to share in this video. So the first point is majoring in minor activities. Many of us seem to invest a lot of time and energy into things that does not serve us very well. And Greg McKeown says that this is where we start to get frustrated with our work. I don't know about you, but I have definitely been that person who was doing too many things at a time, but I wasn't doing anything well. And the reason for that was because I was not investing enough time and energy into things that really mattered to me. So it's very important to be very intentional and not invest too much of our time in things that doesn't really matter. Or in other words, it's very important to not major in minor activities. The second point is about the basic value of an essentialist. So Greg McKeown basically says that only once we give ourselves the permission to stop trying to do it all and stop saying yes to everyone, we will be able to make our highest contribution toward the things that really matter to us. And he says that we should ask ourselves, will this activity or effort make the highest possible contribution toward my goal? And if the answer is no, then we should not participate in that particular activity. Now, this is a very important point that we have to keep in mind, because many a times we participate in activities just for the sake of participating or for the sake of making other people in our lives happy. But that is not the healthy way to do things. When we do that, we do not function at our absolute best. So that is something to keep in mind, and I found that very interesting because I know that I have been guilty of doing things just for the sake of it or just for the sake of making other people happy. But that actually does good to no one. So therefore, it's very important to see if we are functioning at our absolute best. The third point is to filter out the noise. Now we are living in very noisy generation. There are too many different opinions that send our way. So we have to be able to filter out the noise. We have to be able to analyze what are the information that's right for us and we want to stick with, and what are the information that we just can filter out. So in the book, Greg McKeown says that the way of an essentialist is to filter through the noise until we get to the essence of making the wisest possible investment of our time and energy, which will ultimately help us to operate at our highest point of contribution by doing only what is essential and important. If we do not do that, then we risk again doing everything and then getting confused about what we are good at and what we are not good at. And in that way, actually, we do not do any good to ourselves or to the people around us. So it's very important that we learn to filter the noise and the information that is sent our way. The fourth point is the problem with saying yes to everything and everyone. In the book, Greg McKeown says that every time we say yes to one thing, we are saying no to something else. And this is so interesting to me, especially as a student of economics, because in economics we have this concept of opportunity cost, and this concept is all about trade-offs. And every time we are saying that we want this, we are also saying that we will let go of this. Economics is known as a decimal science because in economics we are always telling you that you cannot have it all. If you want this, you have to give up that. And this is basically what the problem is with saying yes to everything, because there's always something that we are giving up every time we are saying yes to one thing. So we have to be very choosy when we say yes to certain things or people. So therefore, I know that this is not very popular opinion, and you may not be liked by many people when you start to, say no to people. But this is very important. We got to learn to say no, and we got to understand that we will not be able to say yes all the time, and it's not healthy for us to say yes all the time. Most of the time we unmindfully, without thinking, agree to things and people with our time, energy, resources and everything. And when we do this, we actually are taking away from things which actually matter and where we should actually be investing. We could be actually losing people that are more important to us, and people who are more valuable to us, and things that are more valuable to us. So therefore, it's very important that we learn to be mindful as to what we say yes to. Now, the final point that I would like to mention in this video is about priorities. So in the book, Greg McKeown talks about setting our priorities right by saying that if you and I don't set our priorities right, then someone else will do that for us. When we are not intentional in choosing what or where we focus our time, energy and other resources in, other people's agenda will start to control our lives. And when we let other people's agenda to control our lives, that means that we are letting someone else to dictate our lives. We do not get to live our lives on our own terms, and that way actually we are compromising with our freedom and liberty. So for example, I have certain non-negotiables for my day. Each day I make sure that I exercise my body and mind. So every single morning, the first thing that I do is drink my water, read a book, and then sit on my mat to move my body. Unless I do these things, I do not let anything disturb me. So I don't let my social media distract me. I don't let other people's agenda sink in. So it's very important that we set our priorities right. Otherwise, other people's agenda will start to dictate our lives. So these are the 5 points from the book that I wanted to share here in today's video. Please make sure that you watch my other video next week, and in that video I'll share the next 5 points. So that's it for today's video. Thank you for being here, and as I always say, that I'm so grateful that you are here and you're watching my videos. I never take that for granted. I know, I understand that I have this platform. I try and use it in the best possible way, and I never know how to ask people to subscribe to my channel, because first thing is that I do not want just anyone to subscribe to my channel. If you can resonate with the kind of message that I have, then yes, I would like you to be here, be a part of my community here, and I hope that I can entertain and provide some value to you. But otherwise, if you are not the kind of person that I am, and if you do not resonate with my message, then I totally understand if you do not like my videos and do not want to be here, because this is a community where people who can resonate with my message are most welcome. So I know that there are many of you who can resonate with my message and who have been telling me that. I'm very grateful for that. Thank you for being here, and I hope that you'll stick around with me, and I hope that we will keep growing together, and I hope that it will be a beautiful journey. So I hope you're taking care of yourselves. I hope you're staying home. Please take care. Please stay home and stay healthy. Stay sane. Thank you for being here today. Bye-bye.